Hey, it's Jeff Summers with Watch You Know, and today's topic is the 7 Sins Watch by Core Timepieces. This is the crimson red quartz version, and I'm going to give you an overview of the watch, tell you everything you possibly would need to know about it. Then I'm going to take the watch outside, let you see what it looks like in the sun. After that, I'll give you my opinion on it. And make sure that you watch all the way to the end because there's going to be a special bonus. Consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Hello, people. We have the 7 Sins by Core Timepieces, and we're going to check this watch out first with the front of the watch, then the side, then the back, then the strap, and then tell you about pricing and then the warranty. The dial is very unique, this being, of course, a novelty watch. So instead of a day date, we have the 7 Sins, and here we see envy. I'll show you how the watch will operate in just a moment, but let's look at this dial. We have a knife, a switchblade for the hour and minute hands, and then there is a drop of blood that goes around for the second hand. The crystal is sapphire and the bezel is ceramic. Yes, the bezel rotates 120 clicks. No, there is not any lume on the watch. The indices are, of course, applied. And we have the Core logo. On the side of the watch, we see that it is a thick watch at 15 millimeters tall. The crown is not signed, but it is a screw down crown. Let me show you how the watch operates. With the screw down crown, we turn it to its first position, and we turn. If you want to change the sins, so let's say you wanted gluttony for that day, you'd have gluttony and then of course greed. You'll notice too that there are 2 times that these come up, wrath, and they'll come up again, and not exactly sure why that happens, other than what the designers of the watch told me is in order to get it to work correctly, they had to do that. So watch how this works. It's a little odd where we go to 12 and it switched to envy, and then it switches again to envy. We'll do that once more with the next sin. So we'll go all the way around, and here it comes. All right, so it switches over pretty much right at 12, and then again goes to pride once more at 220. I don't know if that bothers you or not. I don't know what to really think of it. I will probably be sleeping at that time. So that's up to you to decide. Then we can screw the crown back down. On the back of the watch, we see this Zen Koan. And a Zen Koan is meant to contemplate while you meditate. And there are many famous ones. Probably one of the more famous ones is, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And you're supposed to meditate and think about that. So with this one, there are a lot of different interpretations of this, but a famous Zen monk, I hope I get his name right, Shunryu Suzuki, who also wrote The Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, said, kill the Buddha if the Buddha exists somewhere else. Kill the Buddha because you should resume your own Buddha nature. That was his response to this. And what did he mean by Buddha nature? Our ability to be courageous and open to what we don't know. Our ability to be free no matter the conditions, our ability to allow others to enjoy their freedom, even if it makes us uncomfortable, our ability to set boundaries with others to protect ourselves. So you can make of it what you want. They chose to put this on the Seven Sins watch. Now let's look at this strap here. It is a ballistic nylon strap, and it feels pretty good on the wrist. There is an inscription here, Core Timepieces. The watch is offered at $249, and there is a automatic version of this which uses a Seiko NH35 movement. The quartz watch comes in 3 different colors: the crimson red, a white, and a silver. The designers of the watch were nice enough to create a code for you, so if you are interested in this watch, when you go to the website, use WatchYouKnow30 and you'll receive a 30% discount. I'm receiving no kind of monetary award for that code, just to let you know that. The warranty is a 1-year warranty. What we're going to do now is take the watch outside, let you see what it looks like in the sunlight, but let's get a final close-up. Yes, we're outside in extreme sunlight. I can barely see through the viewfinder, and we're looking for glare on the watch and how it appears outside compared to the indoor lighting. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to give you my opinion on the watch, and as usual, I will give you the 3 things I like most about the watch, the 3 strongest elements of the watch, and the 3 things I like least about the watch, the 3 weakest aspects of the watch. So let's go ahead and begin with telling you about the best things about this watch. And the first and foremost thing about this is that it achieves its goal. The watch is supposed to be a fun watch. The watch is supposed to be something that is different, not your average timepiece. It's supposed to make you think and reflect, and it does that in many ways. Most notably, the sins that appear in the day-date window. It has that awesome switchblade for the hands and the drop of blood that moves around the watch for the second hand. I love that. So mission accomplished. Second thing I like about this watch is that you can swim with it. And it has a really large number of 300 meters of water resistance. Now, the watch is not ISO certified, and that doesn't bother me much. If it was ISO certified, the watch would have shock resistance. You could go diving in a helium-enriched environment. You could do mixed gas diving, serious diving. I don't think that you could do that with this watch. You would be welcome to try it if you bought it. It has that 300 meters, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to do all those things I just mentioned. But yes, you could go in the pool with it. Yes, you could do light diving, and you could do some snorkeling with it. So I like that. A lot of novelty watches don't have that type of water resistance. The third thing I love about this watch really is the materials that are used. You're getting 316L stainless steel, the top of the line stainless steel. When you buy this watch, you are getting a ceramic bezel. You're getting sapphire crystal. These are awesome things to put on a watch, and certainly they could have cut corners and they didn't. For the 3 things that I like least about the watch. First of all, it doesn't have lume. I would really love this watch to have lume. When it's nighttime, it's dark outside, I want to be able to see the watch, and with this, it just goes invisible. The automatic version of this watch does have lume. So if that's a deal breaker, maybe you want to go to the automatic version. It's a little bit more expensive, but it does have it. The second least favorite thing about this watch to me is the Koan on the back. The Koan on the back. It's a Zen Koan, and we talked about this earlier, what it meant, and I feel that a lot of people are gonna take this at face value and think of it as something that's either anti-Buddhist or violent. Maybe you like that, and that ties into the switchblade on the front. Who knows? Again, this is my opinion. I just think it's a little risky to put something like this on the back of the watch. The last thing about the watch that I'm not so keen on is the height of the watch. It is 15 millimeters tall, so already it's a tall watch, and then when you put the NATO strap underneath that, it adds to it, as you can see. But it's very tall on the wrist, and a lot of people won't like that. A lot of people won't mind. I mean, it's all your opinion as to whether it bothers you or not. But that is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. All in all, I think it's a great watch and a great conversation starter. So let's wrap things up with hearing from the founders of this watch. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So let's hear from the founders and designers of Core Timepieces.
So easy to just be like, hey, we're luxury, or hey, like, we're lifestyle. It's very different to be like, we basically are just about depth, you know?
Yeah. Well, there's meaning. What I like about it, though, is that there's meaning, but there doesn't have to be meaning. At the end of the day, it could just be a watch that matches their t-shirt or matches her bag.
Right.
And she's buying it for that, he's buying it for that.
Right.
But then there's something behind it. And luxury doesn't come into it. It's well built, but that label of luxury, I don't know. They're the ones that put those labels on, and that was the whole thing behind 7 Sins.
Right.
Is here's the word pride for today. Today's pride. How do you define that? Not this is how you have to do it, but how do you define that?